So today we're going to look at the area of a rectangle and triangle. So our formula for the area of a rectangle is length multiplied by breadth, which is the same as saying length multiplied by the width. So here I have a rectangle, so my length is 5 and my breadth or my width is 3 centimeters. So to find the area of that rectangle, I have to go length multiplied by breadth, which is 5 multiplied by 3, and that gives me 15 centimeters squared. We always give our answer for area as something to be squared because it's centimetre by centimetre, so it's centimetre squared. And then for the area of a triangle, our other formula is area is equal to half the base by the perpendicular height. Okay, so by our height. So the base means my bottom part of it, and my perpendicular height, it's always going to make a right angle. Okay, so it's my base by my perpendicular height here. So half my base by my perpendicular height. Right, so here I have 3 different ways that the triangle could be drawn. So here would be my base, this is my height, here is my base, here is my height, here is my base, but remember I said it has to be a perpendicular height, so they'll give you the perpendicular height out here, has to be a right angle. Okay, you could be asked then to find the length or breadth. So here I have the area of a given triangle is 28 centimeters squared and its length is 7 centimeters. I don't know what its breadth is. So I know the formula is equal to length multiplied by breadth. Okay, so my answer, I was already given it, it's 28 centimeters squared, and that's equal to 7 multiplied by whatever my breadth should be. So I need to find out what with that. 7 multiplied by what will give me 28. So I go 28 divided by 7, and that gives me 4 centimeters. So this here has to be 4 centimeters. That's what's missing. So then if I was to go back and check was I definitely correct, I just go 4 by 7, and that gives me 28 centimeters squared. So then we know that we're correct with our answer. Has to be. Right, I'm asked then here, okay, so I'm asked, so find the area of the given figure, okay, right, this shape, it's not a rectangle, it's not a square, it's not a triangle, it's not a shape that we know a formula to straight away, but we can make it into a shape that we can get 2 rectangles out of it. So if I was to divide here down, I'd have a rectangle A and another rectangle over here B, so there's 2 rectangles within that shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the area of this side first. So I'll go, my area, my formula is length multiplied by breadth. So I'll go 7 multiplied by 12. And that gives me 84 meters squared. So this part here is 84 meters squared. Now I need to find out what's my area of this shape. Okay, so my formula is still length multiplied by breadth. And in this case, it is 4 multiplied by 6. Okay, and I get 24 meters squared. And then the total area, I need to add this area and this area together to get my total area. So I have 84 meters squared plus 24 meters squared, and I get 108 meters squared. And that's that one fully done. Now if I was to ask to get the area of triangles, okay, so we saw area for the triangle is half the base multiplied by the height. Okay, so here's my base, here's my height, here's my base, here's my height, here's my base, here's my height. Okay, so for the first one, solution, so the area of triangle is half multiplied by base multiplied by height. So what you have to do, we write down our half, first of all, multiply. My base for this one, the bottom part, is 10 centimeters. So half 10 multiplied by my height has to be 8. And I just have to put that straight into my calculator, and I get 40 centimeters squared. Because remember, area is always going to give me centimeters squared. Right, now I have to go do this triangle, get the area of that triangle. So I still have my formula, so it's half multiplied by base multiplied by height. So I write down my half first of all, multiply it by base here is going to be 12, and my height is 9 centimeters. So I put that straight into my calculator and I get 54 centimeters squared. Now I have to get the area of this triangle. Okay, so it's half multiplied, here's my base, the bottom part of it, half multiplied by 7, and my perpendicular height up this way is 12 centimeters. And when I put that into my calculator, I get 42 centimeters squared. we know here, so we're looking at the area of a square, so we already know that a square has 4 equal sides. So the formula for the area of a square is just going to be length multiplied by its length. So it's going to be 3 multiplied by 3, which is 9 centimeters squared. Okay, so area is always centimeters squared. So area of square is equal to the length of the side to be squared, or you can just say length by length. So here I have an example. So it says, find the area of the square with perimeter of 40 centimeters and find the perimeter of the square with area of 81 centimeters squared. Right, so I have to remember, what does perimeter mean? It means that I'm adding up all my 4 sides. So if I'm told that my perimeter is 40, so I have 4L, because we've L, they're all equal sides. So my perimeter is equal to 4L, and I know that 4L is equal to 40, but I need to find out what is just one side equal to. So I'll go 40 divided by 4, and that'll give me 10. So if I was to go 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10, I'd get back my 40, which would be my perimeter. So I just checked if it was true, so I did, and the value of the length has to be 10. But I was asked to find out what the area was. Okay, so my area then is length multiplied by length. So it's 10 centimeters multiplied by 10 centimeters, and that gives me 100 centimeters squared. The next example, it told me that my area was 81 centimeters squared, and it wanted me to find out what was my perimeter of that shape. So what I have to do is I write down, okay, so my area is equal to 81 centimeters squared. Right, my formula for my area is length multiplied by length, okay. L by L, so we keep my base and I add my powers, so 1 plus 1 will give me 2. So I have L squared is equal to 81. So I need to get L on its own. So I get L on its own, I get square root of 81, and I get 9. And I just check, was that true? So 9 multiplied by 9, that would have to give me 81 centimeters squared. So my perimeter of my 4-sided square is 4L. So it's 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, and that gives me 36 centimeters. And that's all for today.